Hey, Mr. Terry, before you go, do you mind if I borrow that slate from you?
Oh yeah, sure, no problem.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, young people, we are going to be doing something super cool today. Do you know what this is? In the film industry, this is called a slate. And what we use a slate for is lots of different things. A lot of people use the colors to help make sure when you're color correcting a video that you are making the colors as close to perfect as you can. It also helps when we make this noise for all the cameras, which I have 1, 2, and 3, all synchronized together when we edit the video. There's also a place for us to write the production title, the director, the camera, the date, and all sorts of really cool stuff. And hey, the meat agency, that's my company. So we are going to be drawing this slate today, this marker today. But before we get to that, I'm gonna lay this down and we are going to spotlight our artist of the week. Check out this artwork. That is incredible. We are so proud of you. And if you are interested in having your picture of the slate that we draw today featured on this show, have your parents take a picture of it, upload it to Instagram, and tag us at Kidscoast, and you might get a chance to get featured. Okay, young people, it's time to gather all your materials together. You are going to need paper. You're going to need markers or colored pencils or crayons, something to color with. You are going to need something black to draw with, to outline with, especially today. We've got a lot of dark lines today. I'm going to use a Sharpie. So just remember, if you use a permanent marker, make sure you have another piece of paper underneath it so that you don't damage your surface. And also, you might want to start with a pencil and eraser just so that you can erase the lines in case you mess up. So I'm gonna give you a minute to gather all those things. And while you're gathering, I'm gonna read you some scripture for today that explains why we are using the slate as our object to draw. So this is 1 John 3:16 through 18. This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers. If anyone has material possessions and sees his brother in need, but has no pity on him, how can the love of God be in him? Dear children, let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and in truth. So the whole premise of this scripture is not just that we're supposed to love with our words, because we are called to love with our words, but we're also called to love with our actions, with the things that we do for other people. And what is it that we usually say after we place the marker? Action. That's right, action. So today we are going to be drawing a marker or a slate with the word action to remind us that we love our neighbors and our friends with words and actions. So let's get started. I'm actually going to turn my paper sideways today since our marker is a horizontal rectangle. And then I'm going to grab my pencil, and the first thing I'm going to do is draw one big rectangle in the same shape as my paper. If your lines are not straight, do not worry about that. You can always go back Re-sketch your lines to make them a little bit straighter. But remember, done is better than perfect. So don't be afraid if it's not totally perfect. Okay, we've got our beginning rectangle. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a straight line all the way across the top right here. And that is where our marker goes. Just like that. Awesome. We'll do a square. All we have to do is draw a line to make a square right here in the corner with a little circle here and 2 circles here as our hinges. You see how I did that? And then all the way across that thin rectangle, we're going to draw one line straight down the middle, and that is where the clap part goes. That's what you actually move to be your marker. Now, the way this marker is situated is that it has V shapes all the way down. Okay, great work. So the rest of this is pretty simple. We're just going to be drawing lines across our slate, and that's where you would write in, usually we use a dry erase marker, and when you would write in those words, sometimes we actually take a piece of tape and we'll put tape on there so that we can use a Sharpie on it, and then we'll peel the tape off afterwards. So first, we're going to draw one big line across the front. And then we're going to draw one more beneath it. And then we're going to draw a short line here and a short line here. Okay, now it's time for us to fill in the blanks. So on the top line, we're going to write the word action. And that is spelled A-C-T. I-O-N. And I'm going to put an exclamation point at the end of it because I feel like the word action needs to be exciting. Action! Exclamation point. Below that, you're going to write your name because you are the director. So I'm going to write Miss Whitney. And then in this left side, we are going to write the date. And this month is November. So we're going to write the month November. N-O-V-E-M-B-E-R. And in the second blank, we're going to write our verses of the week, which is first, which is just the number 1, John, J-O-H-N, 3, which is chapter 3, and then a colon, which is just 2 dots, just like that. John 3, 16, 1, 6, and a little dash line, and then 18, 1, 8. Now let's outline everything, and then we'll get back to coloring. Wonderful job, you guys. Okay, I don't know about you, but I have a lot of stray pencil marks, so I'm going to go back and erase my extra pencil marks. my goodness. I had so much erasing to do that it was almost like snowing eraser fluff. All right, I think we're ready. A couple more brushes, and now it's time to color. So here is the order in which you are going to color in all of those V shapes across the top of your page. It's going to start with green, then it's going to go to yellow, then it's going to go to blue, then it's going to go to red, then we're going to leave one blank spot, that is the white spot. Then we're going to go to gray, and then we're going to go to brown, and finally to black. And actually, this corner, the first starting corner, is black as well. So let me put one there just as a reminder. All right, so get all your markers lined up, and then go in order all the way down, making sure that you leave one spot blank for the white spot. Okay, awesome. So I actually realized at the very end of my drawing that I didn't have enough room to put my brown and my black marks on there. Now, if you wanted to, you could go back in there and add a couple of extra, but it's really okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, remember? So now I want you to hold up your marker, and I want you to take a good look at it. And I want you to put this somewhere this week. Maybe it's on your bathroom mirror, or maybe you put it on your refrigerator, or maybe you leave it on your dining room table so that when you start your day, you look at this marker and you think to yourself, I need to show the love of God, not just with my words, but also with my actions this week. And I believe in you. I believe that you can do it. And I want to see all of your drawings. So make sure that you ask your parents to take a picture of it, upload it to Instagram, and tag us at Kidscoast, because I see all of them. It's so cool. So, action, kids. Go get it.